Hey, it's me, it's John Freedom, future President of the United States, famous YouTuber. You already know who I am. I'm the guy, I'm the John, I'm the Freedom, I'm the guy. I know everything. I'm a knower. Definitely one of the knowers of all time. I'd say that I'm a pretty knowledgeable guy, and one of the knowledges that I wanted to pass on to you today is my war stories. I got plenty. I got so many. I've basically been fighting since the dawn of time. Since the minute there I was at the Delaware River. I was in the boat with Washington crossing it. It was a river full of ice. It was so cold. It was a very cold river. There was snow. There was ice. There was sleet. There was more snow. There's Yetis. Some freaking Yetis were in there too. There was a lot of cold things in there. Things that make the water cold. Washington said to me, "Don't slip out of the boat. Because if you slip out of the boat, guess what happens? You freeze. That's hypothermia. That's what it's called. You die." Lo and behold, what do? I fall out of the boat. I fell out of the boat, and I was like, okay, well, GG, I guess. I'm a goner. Washington was like, oh, bummer. That guy's gone. I swam for my life. I swam across that Delaware River. I made it to the other side, and a Continental soldier was there, and he was like, "Holy shit! How did you do that?" And I was like, "I got that dog in me." So anyway, I continued my story when I pulled out my iPhone 5. I had one back then. It was a long time ago. I pulled out the iPhone 5 and I basically launched an ICBM. An ICBM is an intercontinental ballistic missile. It was a nuclear warhead. I fired it directly at Benedict Arnold. It was homing in on Benedict Arnold, the traitor. Benedict Arnold basically got fucking eviscerated by my ICBM. Yeah, he was vaporized. And you wonder, why don't I hear about Benedict Arnold? Where's Benedict Arnold? Is Benedict Arnold real or was he made up? He's dead. That's why you don't hear from him. He's dead. I vaporized him with a nuke. So King George is very angry. He's a very angry guy. He's very, very angry guy. He's a very, very upset individual. King George is upset, and, even though he's upset, Parliament ends the war. We're free. We win. First war over. W. Claps in the chat. The British got clapped. They were so badly beaten. I'm so happy about that. But the wars with the British do not end. In 1812, we fought them again. Again and again and again and again. And I remember I brutally, savagely, bloodily, very viciously insulted at least 2 Canadians. Yeah, I know. I'm a very bad guy. I'm a very, very hostile individual. Probably not trusted. Probably shouldn't be your friend. Very bad guy. I wouldn't be friends with that John Freedom guy. He's very, 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 very dangerous man. Insulted 2 or 3 Canadians, maybe even more than that. That was the end of that. In the Civil War, because that came around soon enough. Civil War, I remember I had a musket, right? I've always had a musket, and I was hunting some deer. Whole pack of deer. Hunted one, tracked him down, found him, killed him, and after he was dead, I ate him, because I was hungry. Can't blame me, I'm a hungry guy, hungry! Like the country of Hungary that I know nothing about. So, I'm more hungry, right? So I decided to track down some new prey. Confederate soldiers. So I'm hunting down these Confederates, right? Hunting them down, got him at the end of my sights. I shoot, kill, find him, and he's dead. I eat the Confederate soldier. I decided to broaden my plate a little bit. And so I start tracking down, hunting, and then killing some Confederate generals, such as Robert E. Lee. Traitors. Fucking, I hate traitors. And I ate him. Wonder why you don't hear from Robert E. Lee anymore. I ate him. Boo-hoo. So sad. I don't care. So, he's dead. In my stomach. Yummy, yummy. Flesh. And I move on to my final prize. Jefferson Davis. I hunt him down, track him, kill him, and I eat Jefferson Davis. I have literally eaten Jefferson Davis. I munched on him. And you know when you take a shit and you like turn around and you look in the toilet at the shit you just took? Like a weird phenomenon. Like everyone does it. Like everyone looks at the crap they take after they take a crap. I took a fat crap and I turned around and lo and behold, it was Jefferson Davis' face made out of shit that I had shit out. He was shit now. And I remember I was so happy because it was like, he's in his true form! All the forms that traitors need to be in. So, yeah, I was very happy about that. I might have fought against the Spanish in 1898, but I don't fucking remember. That was so boring. I remember the next thing I remember is I was in World War I, right? I was in the First World War, the war to end all wars. It didn't end all wars. Yeah, people are a bunch of liars. Not me, though. I'm not a liar. I remember I was in World War I. I arrived there in 1919 to try and find the front line. It was really hard to find. Some guy was like, "What are you doing? The war is over." And I shot him. And so I shot more people. People screaming, crying. Babies. Some babies in there that I killed. Boo-hoo. You know, I don't care who you are. You're the enemy. You're the enemy of the United States. So I killed more people. I got bored. I left. World War I, you know, just some killing. Just murder. But I'm really good at that. I'm an American fighting machine. Very good guy at that. I was wanted for manslaughter. First-degree murder of many people by the authorities in Europe. And you know what I did? I killed the authorities. So, it was like 20 years later, and I found myself in World War II next. John Freedom in World War II. I was in Pearl Harbor, and I remember I was just chilling. And I looked up, and I was like, well, that's weird. Who are all these jokers? Am I right, guys? And then my boat exploded. I went flying off the boat. I took so much knockback damage. I think it was the Arizona. I went flying off that fucking boat, and I was in the water, and lo and behold, guess who's in the water, guys? Guess who's in the water? Benedict Arnold. I am confused, because I thought he got eviscerated by the nuke. But he's still there. He had an American accent. He looked different. But he was Benedict Arnold. That's what his name was. So I shot him to death. I fucking blew his brains out. And, you know, I guess I just didn't take the fact that people respawn into consideration, which I've started to do more often. I remember I was deployed in Normandy. I led the Scottish, I led the Americans, I led the Turkish, and I led the Egyptians. I led them up the beaches of Normandy. And I had my American flag there, and I was like, 3, 4, 2. It was such a heroic moment. I was marching up the beach with my fat American flag, and then I took 3 bullets to the head. And then I was marching up the beach. I was like, 2, 3, and then I took 3 bullets to the head. And there was 3 bullets were in my head. They were there. But I was marching up the beach. No, but they put the bullet in my head, bro. So they had to get it out. They put 3. But think about that. They put 3 bullets in my head. Isn't that weird? So I was like, 3, and then they put 3 bullets in my head. I found myself at Iwo Jima next. I remember I was at Iwo Jima. I made a crafting table, right? You know the crafting tables. I made one of those. I put it down, and then I made an American flag. I crafted one of them. I crafted an American flag, and that was the flag that they raised. You know the one they were like, that flag that they raised on Iwo Jima. That was mine. I made it, bro. That was me. No one's clapping. No one claps for me ever. That's fine. That's fine. I don't need claps. So after the war, Harry Truman, he goes, John Freedom, thank you for your service. He gives me the unemployment award. I am like, thank you. I'm a very good guy. Then I go to Vietnam sometime after that. I was never allowed to go into Korea for some reason. I went into Vietnam, though, and they were playing Freebird from the helicopter. They were like, Freebird, yeah. And the helicopter came down. I immediately got captured. Immediately! It was so rigged! I didn't even get to fire a shot. They just, like, grabbed me by both arms, and they dragged me away. They dragged me away. They forced me to watch all 1,000 episodes of One Piece. You know those things that they keep your eyes open, and they're like, you know, they make you, they torture me. I watched all 1,000 episodes of One Piece. Never, ever in your life go to Vietnam. It is such a horrible place. We shouldn't have been there in the first place. But never go there because they will do things to you, man. That was probably the worst moment of my life. So I learned my lesson. I'm a guy who learns. I'm a knowledgeable guy. I learned my lesson. The next piece of knowledge, the next war story I want to share with you is the fact of my somewhat like 90 tours in the Middle East. I took a lot of them. A lot of tours in the Middle East. I drank so much more petroleum, more oil, than the doctor said I could. But who cares about doctors? Doctors, you know, don't listen to doctors. If you're taking any advice from me today, don't listen to doctors, because they don't know anything. They're not a knowing guy. They're not knowing guys. Maybe they know something, but they're like, imagine you spent all your life in school just to become a nerd. So yeah, don't listen to your doctors. Drinking oil, and then the next war I find myself in is the one in America. I made a video about it where I fought the aliens. You guys remember that one? I fought the aliens, and hopefully, I think they're all dead. I think we won, right? Oh, they're not here anymore. I think we won. I think we won. We kicked them back to Mars. It was a good thing. And I don't know if there's going to be any more wars between now and my presidency, but if there are, I will be there. And if there's wars during my presidency, I will be there. And if there's wars after my presidency, I will be there. And if I am dead and there are still wars for America, I will fight on the side of America, even if I am dead. And I might be dead at some point. I am not immortal. I might be immortal. I'm a very mortal guy. Probably, I don't know. I'm not a knowing guy. But today I've given you some of my knowledge. It used to be just mine. Now I've handed it to you. You have that knowledge. You can tell the story to anyone you want. You can tell it to your friends, your famous YouTuber friends, so they can shout me out. Then you can tell it to your boyfriend, your girlfriend, make them break up with you. You can tell it to your local authorities. Don't tell. Oh, wait, maybe don't do that. But tell it to you know, very, very, very nice information. That's where I'm leaving you today. Thank you for watching John Freedom. Let's go!